God is begging you. You are chosen to see this rare miracle tonight. Don't tell this to anyone. It will happen in 2 minutes. Open this message quickly. Listen to me now. Don't scroll. Don't look away. You were not supposed to see this by accident. You were brought here. You were pulled in by something greater. God Himself is calling out to you, shaking heaven and earth to reach your soul. He's not just asking, He is begging. He is pleading because this is urgent. You are chosen. You are marked by heaven. And something miraculous, something rare and divine is about to happen in your life within the next 2 minutes. Comment, Amen right now if you can feel something stirring already. You were not scrolling to waste time. This was timed perfectly by the hand of God. He knows your battles. He has seen the silent tears, the private pain, the sleepless nights. He saw you when you thought nobody was watching. And now, this moment is heaven's response. He is reaching into your life with a miracle that cannot be explained by logic. Do not dismiss this. Do not treat this like any ordinary moment. You will not get a second chance to catch this exact divine window. If you leave now, you may miss the one thing your soul has cried out for. God says to you, I see you. I've heard every cry. I have not forgotten. What's coming is not punishment. It is the promise that has been delayed, the breakthrough that felt denied, the healing you thought was impossible, the peace that felt out of reach. It's coming. It's already moving toward you. The clock in heaven is counting down, and the next 2 minutes are holy. Comment 1111 if you believe that something divine is unfolding in this moment. God is not asking you to be perfect. He is not calling on you because you are the strongest. He is choosing you because your heart has stayed soft even when the world tried to harden it. He is choosing you because you didn't give up even when you had every reason to. You may have felt forgotten by others, but heaven has always known your name. The same God who parted seas, who shut the mouths of lions, who walked through fire with the faithful, is now stepping into your story. Do not run from this. The miracle is not for someone else. It is for you. Yes, you. The one who feels like life has passed you by. The one who is tired of hoping. The one who is scared to believe again because of how many times you've been let down. God is saying, try me. Just this once, try me. Trust me for what you thought could never happen again. He doesn't need you to have it all figured out. He just needs you to be still, to open your heart, and to let Him in. This is not a coincidence. This is not a trick. This is a holy moment. You are in the middle of a divine appointment. Heaven is pressing through the noise of your life to whisper this truth. You are chosen. And this miracle is not late. It is on time. You don't need to understand how. Just be ready. Let your faith speak louder than your fear. Like this video, if you feel that this was meant for you, do it not for attention, but as a quiet yes to God. The next 2 minutes are sacred. Do not let doubt interrupt what heaven is trying to deliver. There is something building in the spirit right now. A shift, a release, a breakthrough that your enemies never saw coming. A restoration that your past cannot block. You're not too broken. You're not too late. You're not too far gone. God is about to surprise you in a way that only He can. He wants you to know that your prayers were not ignored. They were stored in the chambers of heaven until this very moment. And now He is ready to open what was shut. He is ready to pour out what was held back. You will not leave this season empty-handed. You will not walk through this fire alone. He is here. His presence is surrounding you even as you listen. You are not imagining that warmth in your chest or the tears forming in your eyes. That is Him. And he wants you to know this. He still has a plan. Yes, even after all that happened. Yes, even after the heartbreak, the failure, the betrayal, the loss, God is still working, and you are still his. The world may not see your worth, but heaven does. And what heaven sees, it protects. What heaven calls, it never abandons. God says, "You are mine." That is enough. Comment 222 if you trust that this word is touching the deep part of your spirit. Your name is being whispered in heaven right now. Angels are moving on your behalf. Doors are opening where there were only walls. Battles are being won without you even knowing they existed. Because when God fights for you, you don't always see the war, you just walk into the victory. The reason it's been hard lately is because something new is being birthed. You've been under pressure, but pressure precedes birth. And what's being born is not small, it's not common. That's why you've faced uncommon warfare. But the enemy can't stop what God has already authored. You are in the middle of becoming the person your pain tried to kill, becoming the person your prayers cried for, becoming the testimony someone else needs to see. So don't give up now. Don't let the silence of heaven fool you. God is not absent. He is setting the stage. The delay was not denial. It was preparation. The pain was not punishment. It was pruning. And what comes next will not just make sense, it will make history in your life. You are not reading this by chance. This is divine alignment. This is your moment. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. God is telling you to hold on just a little longer. Help is already on the way. Not just any help, the right help. The help that sees your heart. The help that carries healing in its wings. He is sending people favor, resources, wisdom, and peace like a flood. You will wake up one day and realize it all turned in your favor when you least expected it. Your only job right now is to believe, not to perform, not to impress. Just believe. Believe that the same God who raised the dead, who fed the 5,000, who calmed the storm, is the same God who is now stepping into your storm. He will not fail you. He never has. And he's not about to start now. This miracle is rare, but it is real. And you were chosen to witness it, chosen not just to receive, but to carry the proof of God's power in your life. Chosen to stand in places others thought you'd never reach. Chosen to break the chains in your family line. Chosen to shine with the kind of light that darkness can't dim. This moment, right now, is a divine encounter. God is saying, you were meant to see this, you were meant to hear this. I am calling you, not because I need you, but because I want you. I love you, and I'm about to show you what that love looks like. Comment 555 if your heart knows something is shifting inside. The reason this message found you is because your soul has been crying for a sign, and God, in His mercy, just sent you one. He's not sending angels to someone else. He's sending angels to you. You don't have to pretend to be okay anymore. You don't have to carry everything on your own. The weight you've been carrying was never meant to be yours forever. He is lifting it. Even now, He is breaking chains, clearing paths, and restoring what you lost. There are things that happened to you that should have broken you. But here you are still breathing, still standing, still holding on. That is not by accident. That is the evidence of God's protection over your life. Every time you almost gave up but didn't, that was Him. Every time you were down but somehow got back up, that was Him. Every time you didn't know how you'd make it but did, that was him. And now he's saying, watch what I do next. You were never meant to live in fear. You were not created to barely survive. You were created to walk in power, in purpose, and in the peace that only God can give. The miracle that's coming is not just to bless you, it's going to make people who doubted you stop and ask how. And when they ask, you'll point to heaven, because no one will be able to explain what's about to happen in your life except God. Don't look at your situation through your own understanding. Look at it through faith. Faith doesn't always make sense, but it makes miracles possible. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. He didn't bring you through all those storms just to watch you sink now. He's been building something inside you. Strength, endurance, wisdom, compassion. And now, he's about to reward that. You may not see it yet, but the healing is already happening. The restoration is already on its way. God has already commanded the blessing to locate you. It's moving through people, through situations, through unseen realms just to reach you. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No plan of the enemy will stand. God has drawn a circle around you and called you protected. Comment 1212 if you believe something sacred is being stirred in your life. The waiting has not been in vain. The prayers you whispered in the dark, the ones no one else knows about, have all been collected by the hands of God. Not one was wasted, not one went unnoticed. He has kept every tear. He has counted every sigh. And now, he is moving. He is moving not just around you but through you. He is preparing you to receive what you thought was lost forever. This miracle is not just a blessing, it is a turning point, a new chapter. What comes after this will look nothing like what you've endured. God is rewriting your story, not erasing your past, but redeeming it. He is taking the broken pieces and shaping them into something beautiful. Your pain has purpose. Your story has power, and it is going to touch lives you'll never even meet. You might feel small, but your faith makes you mighty. You might feel unseen, but God's eyes are on you. You might feel tired, but your spirit is still alive. And that spirit, that spark of divine fire inside of you, is what God is breathing on right now. He's not asking you to climb the mountain alone. He's lifting you, guiding you, walking with you every step of the way. There's a reason you've been feeling something different lately, a stirring, a tugging. That's the Holy Spirit awakening something in you, a deeper hunger, a stronger sense that you were made for more. That's not just your imagination, that's your destiny waking up. That's God whispering, get ready, I'm about to show you what I can do. Some people left your life and it hurt, but God removed them because they could not go where He's taking you. They weren't equipped to handle your calling. You may not understand now, but soon you'll thank Him for what didn't work out, because what He's bringing into your life next will bring peace, not pain, stability, not confusion, joy, not stress. You will see the difference, and you will know it was worth the wait. You were chosen to see this for a reason. Not everyone will understand it. That's why you're not meant to share it right now. Some blessings are sacred. Some miracles are meant to be held close until they fully bloom. Let this one take root in your heart. Let God finish what He's started before you speak on it. Protect what He's birthing in your spirit. It is holy. Comment 777 if you believe God is protecting something powerful inside you. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You're not going backward. You're not stuck. You're about to walk into something new. God is shifting your season. It may feel uncomfortable, unfamiliar, even scary, but don't run from it. This is growth. This is elevation. This is the answer to your prayers, even if it doesn't look like what you expected. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust the one who holds your future in his hands. God has already seen the outcome. He knows the ending from the beginning. What feels uncertain to you is already clear to him. What feels heavy to you is light to him. Let him carry it. Let him fight for you. Let him restore what the enemy tried to steal. He is your refuge, your shelter, your defender. And he is not just near, he is with you. Right now, in this very moment, there is a glory coming to your life that cannot be compared to anything you've lost. You will laugh again. You will breathe easy again. You will wake up with purpose and peace again, because God is not finished. The miracle is in motion. It's not coming to a perfect person. It's coming to a surrendered heart. And that heart, right now, is yours. You've been stretched, but not broken. Bent, but not crushed. God was with you in every low place, and now he's lifting you into something higher. This is not the end. This is the shift. This is the moment your life turns a corner, and things that once seemed impossible suddenly begin to move. You've waited, hoped, cried, and maybe even felt like giving up more times than you can count. But here's the truth. God has been closer in those moments than you realized. He was sitting beside you in the quiet, guarding you through the nights, catching every tear you thought was wasted. Not one tear has been ignored. Not one sigh has gone unheard. He is a God who remembers, and now he is about to reward your faithfulness with something only he could give. Comment 999 if you believe he never left you, even when you felt alone. What he is doing in your life is not just for comfort, it's for calling. You are not just here to survive, you were created to be a living testimony of God's power. That's why you're still standing after everything. You didn't survive just for yourself. You're being raised to be a light, a sign to others that God still moves, still heals, still delivers. You didn't go through the fire for nothing. You went through it so you could walk out with something holy. The enemy tried to bury you, but God is resurrecting you. He is breathing into the dry places. You thought the season was over, but he's speaking life over what looked dead. There is purpose rising in the places that once held pain. There is newness growing in the soil of your sorrow. What was lost will be restored, and what was broken will shine brighter than before. You are about to become the proof that God can do the impossible with the ones the world overlooks. You were chosen not because you were the loudest or the strongest, but because your heart stayed soft, and that softness, that quiet strength, is what God treasures. He's about to pour favor on your life in ways that don't make sense to others. They won't understand how the doors opened, why the storm stopped, or how the chains fell, but you'll know. You'll remember this moment, this sacred hour, when everything shifted. God is saying, I'm not done writing your story. The chapter you're walking into is better than anything behind you. The pain didn't end you, it prepared you. The delay wasn't to punish you, it was to align you. What's coming is so tailored for you, so filled with grace and power, that when it arrives, it will feel like coming home. You won't have to chase it, you won't have to fight to keep it. God is giving you rest after the battle. Comment 1010 if you're ready to receive rest that only God can give. There is something sacred about the quiet places of your life. The seasons when no one claps, no one sees, and no one understands. God does his deepest work there. That's where he molds hearts, sharpens vision, and strengthens faith. And you have been in that place. Maybe you've asked him, "Why so long?" or "Why me?" But now he is whispering back, "Because what I placed in you is rare, and rare things are prepared in secret." This miracle that's about to unfold isn't coming with noise or flashes of lightning. It's coming with peace, peace in your mind, peace in your body, peace in your home. The chaos won't follow you into this new season. The torment won't have a voice here. The accusations, the shame, the fear, they lose their grip as you walk into what God has prepared. Because when God moves, he silences everything that tried to destroy you. You've been under spiritual pressure because of the spiritual treasure you carry. The enemy knew you were close to something holy. That's why the fight increased. That's why you felt more alone, more tired, more unsure. But God has seen it all, and he's been fighting behind the scenes. He's been covering you when you didn't even know what to pray. He's been holding back things that weren't meant for you, protecting your path with the precision only heaven understands. He is faithful, not just in theory, but in action. He doesn't just listen, he responds, and he is responding now. The shift is here, the page is turning, the spirit is moving, and you are not just a spectator, you are the one he's moving for. You're not on the sidelines of your miracle, you're standing in the middle of it. Even if you can't feel it yet, even if your surroundings look the same, trust this: God moves before we see the results. He acts in the unseen before it touches the scene. And you, yes, you are right in the middle of his plan. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Your life is about to be marked by unexpected favor. Things you didn't ask for, doors you never knocked on, grace you didn't earn but will be gifted anyway. That's how God loves. He blesses beyond our asking, not because of who we are, but because of who he is. And he is good, always good, even in the waiting, even in the wandering, even when we don't understand. There is a new sound rising in your life, the sound of freedom. Where there was heaviness, there will be laughter. Where there was dread, there will be dancing. Where there was fear, there will be fire. Not the fire that burns you, but the fire that refines you. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. Prepared to carry what God is about to place in your hands. He hasn't overlooked your sacrifice. The times you gave when you had little, the moments you loved when it wasn't returned, the days you showed up when you were falling apart, heaven saw all of it, and heaven is repaying. Not with crumbs, but with abundance. Not with partial healing, but with full restoration. Not with temporary peace, but with lasting joy. Comment 1515 if you believe your season of restoration has begun. Don't get distracted by what others are doing. This journey is yours. God is not late in your life. He is intentional. You don't need to chase what's not meant for you. What is yours will find you. What he has written for you cannot be erased, not by people, not by failure, not even by your own doubt. What God starts, he finishes. He is drawing close right now. Can you feel it? That stillness, that calm rising in your chest? That's him, not an idea, not a hope him, real, present, powerful. And he's wrapping you in something eternal. This isn't hype. This isn't illusion. This is God. The God who split the sea, the God who silenced storms, the God who touched the leper and raised the dead. That same God is reaching for you now. This is why things have felt unfamiliar. This is why you've been stirred in your spirit. Because something sacred is near, something holy is about to land in your life, and nothing will stop it this time. This isn't about how much you've prayed, fasted, or done everything right. This is about God's mercy. This is about His deep love for you. Even when you doubted, even when you fell, even when you thought He was done with you, He never changed His mind. He still calls you His. He still calls you chosen. He still has plans for you that go far beyond what you ever imagined. Comment 1717 if you believe He still has more for your life. There's a reason your heart hasn't been able to rest. It's because your spirit senses what's coming. You've outgrown old patterns, old people, old places. You're being pulled out of what was and into what God is now releasing. That tension you feel is the stretching of your faith. That stirring is the breath of God preparing you for a new level. You're not being broken, you're being reborn. You're not being delayed, you're being aligned. Do not fear this shift. Don't run from it. Don't question it just because you've never walked this way before. Remember, every miracle in Scripture started with obedience. Abraham didn't know where he was going. Moses didn't think he was enough. Mary didn't understand the fullness of her assignment, but they said yes. And that yes changed everything. Now it's your turn. Say yes to what heaven is trying to do in you. You've been asking for a breakthrough. You've begged God to move. But here's what He's whispering now. Let me lead. Let me do it my way. That means releasing control. That means letting go of how you thought the miracle would come. It won't look like what you imagined. It will look better, bigger, deeper, lasting. Because God doesn't just fix what's broken, He transforms it completely. Comment, Amen, if you are ready to surrender it all to His plan. You may not be able to see the finish line yet, but you're closer than you think. The enemy tried to distract you with discouragement, tried to wear you down through delay. But your persistence is winning battles in the Spirit. Every day you chose to believe, even when you had no reason to. Heaven took notice. God is not only hearing your faith, He's rewarding it. The reward may not come the way you expect, but it will come at the exact time it's meant to. And when it does, it will leave no doubt who brought it. The people who wrote you off will have to watch God raise you up. Those who dismissed your name will have to see the favor placed upon you. But don't seek revenge. Don't wish them pain. Your calling is too high to dwell in bitterness. Let God be your defender. Let grace be your response. Your elevation is your evidence. Your peace is your answer. This miracle won't just bless you, it will bless generations after you. That's why the battle has been so intense. The enemy has been trying to stop a legacy, not just a moment. But what he meant for harm, God is flipping for good. You are about to break generational cycles. You are about to start something new in your bloodline. Faith where there was fear. Healing where there was trauma, joy where there was silence. You are the one. You are the turning point. You don't need to perform to earn this. You don't need to beg God to notice you. He already does. This is a love that runs deeper than performance. It is anchored in who He is, not who you are trying to be. So breathe, rest, let go of the pressure. God is not asking for perfection. He's asking for surrender. He's asking for trust. Just open your heart and let Him take it from here. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. What you are stepping into will require faith, not certainty. Don't wait until it all makes sense. Move when he says, move. Trust even when the details are blurry. Faith is stepping when fear says, sit down. Faith is praising when the answer hasn't shown up yet, and your faith right now, it's unlocking something in heaven. God sees it, he honors it, and he's responding in ways that will leave you in awe. Comment 222, if you trust God even when you don't understand the process. The people around you may not understand what's happening in your life, and that's okay. This next chapter isn't for their approval, it's for God's glory. You weren't made to blend in, you weren't called to follow the crowd. You were anointed to carry something different, to walk a path few dare to walk. That's why your story has been unique, that's why your pain has been deep, but from that pain, something beautiful is rising. You are a walking testimony in progress. And soon, what was once a struggle will become your strength. What was once a battle will become your banner. You are not disqualified. You are not disowned. You are a child of the King, and that identity trumps every failure, every mistake, and every label the world tried to stick on you. What God is doing in you is rare. Protect it. Don't share it with everyone. Not every voice deserves access to your sacred space. Some things must be carried in silence until the time is right. Let the fruit speak. Let the breakthrough be the proof. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone when God makes it clear through his favor. This moment right now is the quiet before the storm of blessings. You may not see the winds yet, but the atmosphere is shifting. You are being positioned. Heaven is aligning things in your favor. Even the delays are part of the setup. Even the closed doors are part of the redirection. God never wastes anything. He uses all of it, every disappointment, every rejection, every tear. There's healing flowing into your life as you read this. Deep healing. Healing for wounds you forgot you had. Healing for words that cut you years ago. Healing for disappointments you've carried silently. Let it in. Don't resist it. God is not just trying to patch you up, he's trying to make you whole. There is more to come. This miracle is just the beginning. The peace that's coming will feel like a home you never knew existed. The clarity you're about to receive will silence every doubt. The opportunities, the relationships, the breakthroughs, they're already being prepared. All you have to do is stay ready. Keep your heart open, keep your hands lifted, keep your eyes on him. This is a divine message sent to confirm what your heart already suspected. Something is about to change. Something is coming that only God could prepare. Comment Amen if your spirit feels that confirmation rising. The struggle you've been in wasn't for nothing. Every setback, every closed door, every unanswered prayer, it was leading you here. This very moment is a bridge, a crossing over from old burdens into a new blessing. And God is not just giving you one thing, he's giving you restoration in layers. He's healing the parts of your heart that you kept hidden from others. He's sending answers to prayers you gave up on years ago. He's about to flood your life with clarity, peace, and favor. It's okay if you feel tired. He knows how long you've held on. He knows how much strength it has taken just to smile some days. That's why this blessing will hit differently. You're not being overlooked, you're being preserved. Others may have received things before you, but what's coming to you is being handcrafted. It's going to last. It's going to satisfy in ways that quick fixes never could. And it's going to prove that waiting on God is never wasted time. He sees the battle you're fighting that nobody else sees, the one behind the smile, the one in your mind when you're lying awake at night. He knows how you encourage others when no one is encouraging you. And because of that quiet faithfulness, because of the way you kept showing up even when you were tired, he is about to honor you. This isn't just a small touch from God. This is going to be a move so personal, so specific, you'll know it came from Him alone. Comment 1111 if you believe this word is personally for you. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Don't measure your pace by someone else's timeline. What God is doing in you is unlike anything He's doing in anyone else. That's why it's taken longer. That's why it's been harder. But it's also why it will be greater. He's building something in you that will stand the storms. Others may look like they're ahead, but what's being built in your spirit is eternal. You are walking into a season where God is going to make sense of the pain, not just by explaining it, but by replacing it. What was taken will be returned. What was delayed will be doubled. What was broken will be rebuilt stronger than before. He is not just healing the surface, He is reaching into the deepest parts of your heart and speaking life where things felt dead. Hope is being revived. Joy is being restored. He is not asking you to do everything right. He's asking you to trust Him. Trust Him even when you can't trace Him. Trust that He's still working, still moving, even when everything feels still. You're closer to breakthrough than it feels, closer to peace, closer to answers. And this quiet season isn't a punishment, it's a setup for miracles, a setup for unexpected favor, a setup for divine reversals. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence. Just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The tables are turning. People who spoke against you will see the favor on your life. Circumstances that looked impossible will begin to shift without warning. You'll receive phone calls, messages, and open doors that catch you completely off guard in the best way. Not because you chased them, but because you remained faithful when you had every reason to quit. God is about to reward you in front of the very things that tried to break you. Comment 333 if you declare your faith is still alive and growing. What you've been through would have destroyed someone else, but you're still here. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because God put something in you that can't be crushed. A fire, a calling, a purpose. You've endured long enough, you've fought hard enough, and now it's time to step into the promise. The promise that says you are more than a conqueror, that you are deeply loved, that you are never alone. There's a new level of peace coming over you, the kind that doesn't depend on circumstances, the kind that calms your thoughts even when nothing around you changes. That peace is the sign that God is near. That peace is proof that the miracle is already in motion. You may not see the full picture yet, but you're holding the brush, and God is guiding your hand with every step. You are stepping into a suddenly season. Suddenly the right door will open. Suddenly the burden will lift. Suddenly things will fall into place. Suddenly people will show up with the right help, the right word, the right opportunity. And when it happens, it won't feel forced. It will feel like home, because it's what heaven has been preparing for you all along. You don't have to chase what's meant for you. You just have to align with it. And that alignment begins in your heart. Let go of bitterness. Let go of what didn't work. Let go of who didn't stay. God is writing a new story. And you can't read the next chapter if you're clinging to the last one. Forgive, breathe, make space in your soul for what's coming. This isn't a fantasy. This isn't just wishful thinking. This is your confirmation. This is your sign. This is your moment to rise in faith and believe that God hasn't brought you this far to leave you. He's brought you this far to bless you, to guide you into something greater than you could have imagined on your own. There's power in your surrender. There's power in your praise. When you worship even in the waiting, it confuses the enemy. When you speak faith even in the storm, heaven moves on your behalf. Your prayers don't need to be perfect, they just need to be honest. God hears the whispers. He sees the smallest act of faith, and He's honoring all of it. Comment 1212 if you believe your breakthrough is close. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be for this miracle to unfold. The pressure you feel isn't a sign of failure. It's the tension before delivery. It's the final stretch before the breakthrough. And soon, very soon, you'll see why the fight was so intense. You'll see why the silence lasted so long. You'll see why the waiting had to happen. Because what's coming is going to be worth every second. You're not just being saved, you're being seen, heard, fought for, loved deeply by the God who holds galaxies in His hands and still chooses to hold your heart just as carefully. He knows your story, He knows your scars, and He still says, "You're mine." Every tear you cried watered the soil of your next season. Every heartbreak made room for deeper healing. Every unanswered prayer carved space for something greater. Now the season is shifting, and your spirit knows it. Comment 777 if you feel that shift stirring in you right now. You are not stepping into a repeat of the past. You are not walking in circles anymore. The confusion, the delays, the feelings of being stuck, they are breaking. God is not letting you relive the same battles again. He is calling you out of the wilderness. The same way He called Lazarus out of the grave, He is calling you out of dead places, out of hopeless places, out of places that no longer serve you. And just like Lazarus, you're not coming out empty. You're coming out with a testimony. What He's about to do in your life is going to silence every lie spoken over you. All the doubt, all the words that tried to reduce your worth, all the shame you carried for too long, it's being undone. God is not just blessing you for your future. He's healing the past. He's restoring the years the enemy tried to steal. The things you thought were too far gone are being resurrected. The gifts you buried out of fear are being awakened. You haven't missed your moment. You're stepping into it. There's a new kind of strength rising in you, not the kind that fights everything with your own hands. This strength is quiet. It's rooted in peace. It comes from knowing God is the one fighting for you now. You don't have to prove yourself anymore. You don't have to beg for what's already yours. He has already declared you chosen, anointed, protected. And when God says yes, nothing and no one can say no. Comment Amen if you receive that word deep in your heart. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. He's been teaching you to let go, to surrender not just your burdens, but also your expectations. You thought you had to control every outcome. You thought you had to fix everything. But God is gently showing you that His way is better. You don't have to have the map when you walk with the one who created the road. You don't need all the answers when you trust the one who holds the future. Surrender isn't giving up. Surrender is making room for God to move. That room you've made, the space that came from releasing what no longer fits, is now being filled with glory. Not with temporary happiness, but with real joy. Not with surface-level answers, but with deep, soul-settling clarity. The kind that brings peace even when the storm is still swirling. The kind that lets you sleep when everything else feels uncertain. That's how you'll know it's Him, because when God moves, peace follows. You are not late, you're not behind. You're right on time for what heaven has appointed. Yes, it took longer than you expected, but the timing wasn't a mistake. The wait was protection. If God had released the blessing sooner, you may not have been ready to carry it. But now, after all you've walked through, your heart is ready, your character is ready, your spirit is grounded. What's coming won't crush you, it will crown you. The crown won't always look like success the way the world sees it. Sometimes the crown is peace in your home. Sometimes it's the restoration of your health. Sometimes it's a relationship that finally brings joy instead of confusion. And other times, it's simply waking up in the morning and feeling like yourself again. Don't measure the blessing by the size of it. Measure it by the peace it brings. Comment 555 if you're ready to receive that kind of peace. You've carried so much for so long, not just your own burdens, but others. You've been the strong one, the dependable one, the one who keeps it all together even when your world is falling apart. But now God is calling you to rest. He is saying, let me carry you for a while. You don't have to hold it all. You don't have to be the hero. Let yourself be held. Let yourself be healed. He knows how hard it's been. He knows the weight of the things you never speak about. But He's not asking for you to explain yourself. He's just asking for your heart. Let Him in. Let Him hold the broken pieces. Let Him into the places you've kept guarded. You've been strong long enough. Now it's time to be still and let His strength carry you. This is not the end of your story. This is the chapter where things begin to make sense. You're going to look back at the seasons that nearly broke you and see how God used them to build you. You're going to realize that the pain didn't stop the purpose, that the delays didn't cancel the promise. You'll look back and see that He was with you in all of it. God is faithful, not just when we feel it, but always. Even in silence, even in waiting, even in tears. He doesn't change based on circumstances, and He's not moved by your doubts. He loves you through them. He walks with you through them. And He patiently waits for the moment when your heart turns back to Him and says, I'm ready. Ready for healing, ready for peace, ready to trust again. That's where you are now, ready. You may not feel it fully yet, but your spirit knows. You're done settling, you're done hiding, you're done pretending you don't care, you're done living beneath your calling. It's time to rise. It's time to step into what has always been yours, not because of who you are, but because of who He is. He is faithful, He is present, He is here, and He's ready. Comment 1010 if you believe your season of rising has come. Let go of what was, bless it and release it. What's ahead is so much greater. You won't need what you lost to walk into what's next. Everything you need is already being lined up for you. You'll see it soon. The people, the places, the opportunities. And when it comes, you'll feel peace, not panic. You won't have to fight for it. You'll just walk into it. God heard, and He stayed. Through the confusion, through the weakness, through the moments you wanted to disappear, He never left. You may have felt abandoned by people, but you have never been abandoned by Him. Comment 222 if you trust that He's been carrying you this whole time. Even now, as you read this, the atmosphere around you is changing. It may not feel loud, it may not feel dramatic, but it's real. Something deep inside you is stirring. That's not just emotion. That's your spirit responding to the presence of God. You've been longing for peace, for rest, for assurance, and now God is speaking directly into that longing. He's saying, I have not forgotten you. You are not invisible to me. You don't have to fake it anymore. You don't have to act like you're okay when you're breaking inside. You can bring your exhaustion, your doubts, your fears, and lay them at His feet. He's not intimidated by your questions. He's not disappointed in your weakness. He welcomes your honesty. He loves the real you, the one beneath the mask. That's who He's blessing. That's who He's healing. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This next season won't be built on pretending. It will be built on truth. And the truth is, God is your anchor. When everything else shifts, He remains. When people walk away, He stays. When you don't know who you are anymore, He gently reminds you that you're His. You've been trying to carry it all, trying to be everything for everyone. But now God is whispering, let go, I've got you. Comment Amen if you're ready to lay it all down and let God take over. The healing you need is not just physical, it's not just emotional, it's spiritual. God wants to reach the parts of you that haven't felt safe in a long time. He wants to restore the areas you shut down just to survive. You've lived in survival mode long enough. You've learned how to keep moving, how to keep going, how to keep showing up. But now, it's time to live, not just survive. Live in fullness, live in peace, live in joy. That's the miracle coming to you, not just something external, but something deep within. A kind of healing that no one else can give, a kind of breakthrough that doesn't just change your situation, but changes you. You're not going back to who you were before the pain. You're stepping into someone stronger, wiser, freer. God is doing a new thing in you, and it's holy. What looked like delay was actually protection. God saw the traps the enemy tried to set. He saw the people who weren't meant to go where He's taking you. So He slowed things down, not to punish you, but to preserve you. That job that didn't work out, that relationship that ended, that opportunity that slipped through your fingers, it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. God was making room for something better, something lasting, something yours. Comment 999. If you believe what's coming is better than what's gone, you don't have to chase what's meant for you. You don't have to beg for love, beg for peace, beg for recognition. What God has for you is already being drawn to you. It's already aligning. Your only job is to stay ready. Keep your heart soft. Keep your spirit open. Keep showing up with faith, even when it feels small. That faith, even if it's only the size of a mustard seed, is powerful enough to move mountains. The blessing coming to you will not just meet your needs, it will overflow. God is not in the business of barely enough. He's the God of more than enough. He's about to exceed expectations, not because you earned it, but because He's good. Because He delights in showing His love to His children. You are not a burden, you are not a mistake, you are a child of God, and He's coming through for you. There's a reason the pressure's been heavier lately, a reason the battles have intensified. It's because you're close. The enemy knows it, heaven knows it, and soon you'll know it too. You're on the edge of a breakthrough, a turning point, a divine shift, and everything you've been through is about to make sense. What felt like silence from God was actually strategy. He's been moving people, shifting atmospheres, preparing resources, and now the silence is breaking, now the clouds are parting, now the answers are coming, not slow, not one by one, but all at once. Suddenly, unexpectedly, miraculously, God is about to do, in a moment, what you couldn't make happen in years. Comment 1717 if you believe your suddenly is near. This is your confirmation. Not because of anything I said, but because deep down you already knew it. Your soul has been waiting for this word, not just encouragement, but clarity, not just comfort, but direction. And here it is. God is saying, hold on, I'm coming through. I'm not just going to lift you, I'm going to launch you. You will no longer carry the labels others placed on you, no longer defined by failure, heartbreak, or fear. You will walk in new identity, one marked by grace, favor, and strength. God is removing shame and clothing you in glory. You're not who you used to be, and you don't have to return to that version of yourself ever again. The things you thought disqualified, you are being rewritten. That mistake, forgiven, that failure, redeemed, that delay, repurposed. Nothing is wasted in the hands of God. He uses it all, every chapter, every detail, every scar. And when He brings you into your next, you won't carry the weight of the past. You'll carry the wisdom. This is what it feels like when grace enters the room, when heaven invades earth. When God whispers, I choose you, still, not because you were perfect, not because you had it all together, but because your heart said yes, even when it was trembling, that yes was enough. This isn't meant to be understood by the world, it's meant to be embraced by your spirit. God is doing something personal, something tender, something lasting, and He chose you to receive it. Not because you're perfect, not because you always get it right, but because your heart has remained open to Him, even through the pain. Comment, Amen, if you know this moment is not random but divine. He knows how many times you almost gave up. He knows how close you came to walking away. But something in you refused to quit. Something small, maybe even fragile, but it was still faith. And that little spark of faith has kept you moving forward. That's the kind of faith God honors. Not loud, not flashy, but real. And because of that faith, even when you felt weakest, heaven was fighting battles for you. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You don't have to be strong all the time. That's not what God asks of you. What He asks is honesty. He can work with that. When you bring your weariness, your doubts, your aching heart, He meets you there. He doesn't need a perfect version of you. He desires the real you. The you that has cried alone, the you that's fought silent battles, the you that still whispers His name when there's nothing left to say. What you're about to step into is not random. It's not a result of luck or effort. It's a promise being fulfilled. You didn't earn this. He prepared it. And the preparation wasn't easy. It took longer than you hoped. It cost more than you expected. But you made it. And now you're here, standing on the edge of something holy. Comment 1111 if you believe God has been preparing you for this very moment. Some things had to be removed for this to happen. Some people had to walk away. Not everyone could go where God is taking you. And that's not rejection, that's protection. He saw what you couldn't. He heard conversations you weren't part of. He knew hearts that didn't match yours. So he created space. It may have felt like loss, but it was grace. Now he's filling that space. Not with more pain, but with purpose. Not with more confusion, but with clarity. You're not going back to old cycles. You're not returning to what broke you. This is new joy, new connections, new healing. A fresh wind is blowing over your life, and it's clearing the dust from every forgotten dream, every buried prayer, every vision you thought had died. It's time to believe again, not just that things will get better, but that God will do more than you imagined. You've limited him without realizing it. You've tried to protect your heart from disappointment, so you stopped expecting too much. But God is saying, expect again, dream again, hope again, because what he's doing won't just meet your need, it'll exceed it. There's a door opening, a door no person can shut. Not even your own mistakes. Grace opens doors that performance never could. You're not stepping through because you did everything right. You're stepping through because you never let go of him completely. Even when you doubted, even when you were silent, he saw your heart still reaching. That was enough. Comment 333 if you believe God is about to exceed your expectations. He's already gone before you. Into every room you'll walk into every conversation, every opportunity, every unknown. You won't walk in blind, you'll walk in blessed, covered, held. There will be peace in your decisions, confidence in your voice, strength in your spirit, because this time you're not walking by sight, you're walking by faith. You're about to experience rest like you haven't known before. Not just physical rest, but rest in your soul. The kind of rest that comes when you're no longer trying to prove yourself. The kind that settles in when you finally trust God to be everything he said he would be. That rest is coming to your heart, to your home, to your mind. No more striving, no more fear of missing out. What's meant for you cannot pass you by. What's coming is arriving right on time, not a second too early, not a minute too late. It will make sense when it arrives. The waiting will no longer feel like a waste. It will feel like a necessary chapter, because the version of you now is ready in a way the old you wasn't. And that's something to celebrate. You've grown, quietly, privately, but deeply. Your spirit is stronger, your discernment is sharper, your faith has roots, and now that you've been planted, you're about to bloom. What people thought was your end was only your becoming. What looked like a breakdown was really a breakthrough in slow motion. Comment 1010 if you believe this is your blooming season. Don't rush the unfolding. Don't despise the pace. God is not in a hurry, but he is intentional. Every step you've taken has led here. Every tear watered something unseen. And now, the fruit is coming. You'll recognize it by the peace it brings, the way it fits your spirit, the way it reminds you of God's goodness without you needing to question it. Your mother, who is in heaven, has been begging to tell you something. This is her final message, and you will never hear her again. Open this message tonight before 11:51 p.m. She has been pleading before my throne with a voice soaked in tears. I have seen her prayers rise like incense, day after day, begging me to deliver this final message to you. My child, do not scroll away. Do not ignore what I am about to tell you, because if you miss this, you will lose something you can never get back. A gate is open right now that will not remain open forever. This is not just any message, this is your mother's final cry from heaven. And if you let it pass, a blessing meant only for you may never reach your life. Comment Amen, if you can feel the weight of what is coming. She has asked me to speak to you directly. I, the Lord your God, am answering her final request. This is not fiction. This is not imagination. This is not to scare you, it's to wake you up. Your mother's soul has found perfect peace in my kingdom, but her heart could not rest until you heard what she has longed for you to hear. She sees what you cannot see. She knows what I have planned for you, and she fears that you are drifting too far from it. She has been weeping, not for herself, but for you. Her voice has filled the halls of heaven, echoing with urgency. She keeps calling your name in my presence, asking me to protect you, to remind you, to warn you. She begged me, please tell my child that I still see them, that I still pray for them, that I love them with a love that even death could not silence. And so I speak. Like this video, if you believe your mother in heaven still watches over you, she wants you to know that she hears the things you say when you think you're alone. That moment when you looked up at the sky and whispered, "Mom, are you there?" She heard that, and she brought that whisper to me. She's still your mother. Her soul did not vanish into nothingness. She has become even more present in my light, and her love for you has only grown deeper. She watches you, not in judgment, but in mercy. She sees how heavy your heart has become. She knows what you carry, and she wants to lift you out of the storm you're drowning in. She told me you have been feeling forgotten, that you've been questioning why life has turned so cold, so unfair, so dark. But child, hear me, darkness is not the end. Pain is not your portion. I, the Lord your God, have not abandoned you. I have been walking beside you, even when you could not feel me. Your tears have not been wasted. Your cries have not been ignored. Your mother's prayers have reached me, and now I speak. She remembers the way you used to laugh, the way you used to believe. She remembers the light in your eyes, and it breaks her heart to see how life has stolen that from you. But tonight, heaven is speaking restoration. I am speaking resurrection into your spirit. I am breathing into your soul. The very breath that raised my son from the grave is now stirring within you. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone. You are not alone. Comment 1111 if you believe this moment is divine. She said, tell them not to give up. Tell them they were born for more. Tell them they are still my child, and I will never stop praying for them. I have answered that cry. And I say to you now, this is the hour. This is the turning point. The enemy has tried to silence your faith, but I am reawakening it. He has tried to trap you in regret and failure, but I am rewriting your story. Your mother did not raise you for destruction. She carried you with love, and now that love continues through eternity. Every time you have fallen, she has prayed for your strength. Every time you felt alone, she was asking me to surround you. You think you've made too many mistakes, but her voice has argued for your mercy. She knows the potential I placed in you, and she refuses to let the enemy steal it. So now I speak as your God. I am not finished with you. I am calling you higher. I am pulling you out of despair. I am placing a new fire within you. The world may have overlooked you, but I have not. Your mother has seen what's coming, and she wanted you to know this one thing before it arrives. Do not give up. Do not close your heart. Do not turn away from me, because what I am about to release into your life will change everything. The delay has not been denial. The silence has not been rejection. I have been preparing you in the hidden places. I have been shaping you through the fire. And now I am about to open the floodgates of blessing over you. She wants you to forgive yourself. She said you've been punishing yourself for things that are long gone. But I tell you today, my mercy is bigger than your failure. My grace is deeper than your shame. Your mother saw you as worthy of love, and so do I. I sent my son to carry your guilt so you would never have to carry it again. Why are you holding what I have already buried? Why are you crying over wounds I have healed? What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Your mother's love did not die, it transformed. It rose with her into glory, and it continues to cover you. Her final message is not one of fear, but of hope. She wants you to know that heaven is watching, that your life is not random, that I still have plans to prosper you, that the same hands that held her soul now hold your future, that you are not just someone drifting through time, you are chosen, you are seen, you are called. I have not let a single tear of yours fall without catching it. I have not missed a single cry. Even when you said nothing, your heart spoke loudly in my presence, and your mother heard it too. You've been stronger than you realize, but now is the time to stop surviving and start living, not by your own strength, but by mine. I will fight for you. I will carry you. I will heal what no one else can reach. I will do what you cannot do. This is the mercy your mother asked me to give you. A second wind, a holy encounter, a divine reminder. And tonight, before 11:51 p.m., heaven's door is open wide for you to step into it. Not everyone will understand this moment, but you do. Deep in your soul, you know this isn't just coincidence. This is her final gift, her final cry, her final act of love for you, to remind you of who you are, to protect you from the voices that try to tell you you're not worthy. And I, the Lord your God, have not ignored her. I have listened. And I am speaking now because time is short and the weight of what I am doing cannot be ignored. I need you to understand something. This moment is not ordinary. This is not something you just scroll past. This is sacred, it's divine, it is carved out of eternity. There are battles being fought in the spirit right now over your life. Demons have tried to steal your peace, your purpose, your strength. But your mother has stood in the gap, and I have honored her prayers. That's why you're still standing, that's why you're still breathing, because her voice has kept you covered. Comment 222 if you trust what God is doing behind the scenes. You don't know how many times her prayers stopped accidents. How many times she called out to me while you slept, asking me to shield you from things you never even saw coming. There were moments when you thought you got lucky, but it wasn't luck. It was her intercession. It was my hand moving because of her faith. She left the earth, but she never left you, and neither have I. Do you think it's a coincidence that you are hearing this now? That this exact moment found you? Nothing about your life is accidental. I ordered your steps here because her request has reached its final hour. She asked me for one last chance to speak through my spirit to you, and I said yes. Not because you earned it, but because I love you. Because I see what she sees, because I know who you really are, even if you've forgotten. You've been struggling with questions no one knows about, questions that keep you up at night. You wonder if she sees you, you wonder if she forgives you, and she does. She told me to tell you she is proud of you, even in your confusion, even in your flaws. Even when you feel like you've messed up too much, her love isn't based on your perfection, and neither is mine. My love is eternal, unshaken, unchanging. She's seen the times you've been tempted to give up, the moments you said, "I can't do this anymore." She saw the pain in your silence, the heaviness behind your smile. You've been carrying burdens you were never meant to carry alone, but you never were alone. Even in your darkest valley, I walked beside you. Even in your silence, I heard your heart. Your mother stood beside me in those moments, pleading for me to keep holding you. And I did. She knows how tired you are. She knows the smile you fake. She knows the dreams you've buried because life has been unfair. And she's asking you, through me, to take those dreams out again. To stop hiding your heart. To come back to me, not to a religion, not to pressure, but to a real relationship. I'm not angry at you. I'm not disappointed in you. I want to heal what you've hidden. I want to lift the weight that's crushed your joy. Comment 333 if you believe restoration is coming to your life. The enemy has been trying to convince you that it's too late, that nothing will ever change, that this is just how life will always be. But I am here to break that lie. I am the God who turns graves into gardens. I bring beauty from ashes. I heal what others call hopeless. I do not give up on the ones I love, and you are loved. Fiercely, completely, eternally. Your mother stood on this truth while she was alive, and now she continues in my presence. She walked by faith, and now she sees in full. And what she sees is that your story is not finished. There is more. There is joy ahead. There are breakthroughs coming that will undo years of pain. There are doors I am opening because she asked me to. There are miracles being released because her voice still carries weight in heaven. She remembers your childhood prayers, the way you used to talk to me when you were small. She remembers the tears you cried at night when no one knew what you were going through. And she wants you to know those prayers were never wasted. They are still alive in my presence. I am answering some of them right now, in ways you may not understand yet. But soon, very soon, you will see the fruit of what's been planted in silence. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You don't need to be perfect to receive this. You don't need to fix yourself before you come to me. Just come. Just be honest. Let the tears fall. Let the walls down. Let me in, because I've been waiting. Not with anger, but with open arms. Her love brought you to this moment. My love will carry you forward. You are more than your past. You are more than your pain. You are mine. This is your turning point. I am calling you out of hiding, out of fear, out of shame. I am breaking chains tonight. I am silencing lies. I am healing wounds you thought would never close. And I'm doing it because your mother believed I would. She trusted me with your future, and now I'm showing you why she was right. Before this night ends, pause and open your heart. Whisper her name. Whisper mine. Let yourself feel again. Let yourself hope again. Let yourself believe that maybe, just maybe, something beautiful is still possible. I am not finished. I am not silent. I am not distant. I am moving. I created you with purpose, on purpose. I gave you breath not as an accident, but as a sign that your time on this earth still matters. If you feel like your life has lost direction, it's only because the noise of the world has tried to drown out my voice. But I'm still here, and I'm still speaking. Your mother knew what was coming. She saw the path getting heavy for you. She knew there would be seasons where you felt lost in your own story, questioning if there was any reason to keep hoping. That's why she begged me to speak. She saw the cracks in your spirit. She saw how your faith was flickering, and she could not rest until I came to tell you this. I see you, and I'm not letting you go. Comment 555 if you still believe God is holding your life together. The world can be loud, cruel, unfair. People have left you without explanation. Loved ones have failed you. Even those who promised to stand beside you forever grew distant. But not me. I do not walk away when things get hard. I do not grow tired of your questions, or your silence, or your struggle. I do not change. I am the same God who held your mother in her final breath, and I am the same God who holds you now. Do you know what she told me? She said, "God, please don't let them believe the lie that they are too broken. Please don't let them forget how deeply they were loved when I was with them." And I promised her that I wouldn't. That I would carry her love through my spirit and deliver it straight into your heart. That's what this moment is. Her final request, now fulfilled. My voice, now surrounding you. I know how tired you are of pretending. I know how much weight you carry on the inside while trying to keep it together on the outside. But you don't have to fake it with me. You never did. You don't have to be perfect for me to show up. I am already here. I'm not waiting for you to be strong. I am your strength. I am your shelter when the winds rise. I am your peace in the storm. There have been nights you wept into your pillow, asking me to give you a sign that you're not alone. There have been mornings when you didn't even want to get out of bed. But you did, and I saw that. I recorded every small act of courage, and I tell you now, those efforts were not meaningless. You're still here because my hand never left you, because your mother's voice never stopped calling out your name. There is something she saw in you that you don't see yet. She saw the anointing I placed on your life. She saw how I chose you before you were ever born. She saw the strength I tucked deep into your bones, the kind that would rise up when life tried to crush you. And that strength is rising again. I am waking up the warrior inside you, the one who doesn't give up, the one who was born to overcome. Comment 1212. If you know God is still fighting your battles, your mother was never just a part of your past. She's part of your story forever. She left behind something more powerful than memories. She left a spiritual legacy. Her prayers planted seeds that are only just beginning to bloom. Her faith lit a fire that still burns. And you are the living answer to her cries. You carry more of her than you know. Her voice echoes in your own. Her compassion, her strength, her fire, they live in you. And now I am calling those things to rise. You've been quiet for too long, holding back, dimming your light. But this is not the time to shrink. This is the time to stand up, to walk in the authority I gave you, to remember who your God is. I split seas, I shut the mouths of lions, I bring the dead to life. I do not change. I still move in power. And I'm about to show you that miracles did not end with the stories in the Bible. I'm writing one in your life, even now. It won't always be easy. I won't promise that storms won't come, but I do promise that no storm will ever drown you when I'm in the boat. I am the same God who calmed the sea with a single word, and I am speaking peace over your chaos right now. I'm lifting the fog from your mind. I'm breaking chains off your heart. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are right on time for what I'm about to do. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds, but this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. There will be people who don't understand your healing. They may question your breakthrough. Let them. You don't need their approval. I've already chosen you. I've already set my seal on you. Your mother knew this day would come. And though you may not see her with your eyes, heaven is watching you rise. The same heaven she now calls home is rejoicing over what's about to happen in your life. She said you used to dream, and then the world taught you to fear, but I am reigniting the dreams. I'm restoring the wonder. I'm reminding you of the vision I gave you long ago, the one you tucked away because life hit too hard. Take it out again. Dust it off. Trust me with it, because this time I will breathe on it. And what you thought was over will come alive in a way you've never seen before. This is not just encouragement. This is a divine announcement. Your life is shifting. Heaven is opening. My angels are surrounding you. The pain, the loss, the confusion, they were never the end of your story. They were the ground for a new beginning. You may feel weak, but I am strong in you. You may feel broken, but I call you whole. You may feel unworthy, but I call you mine. Your mother believed in you, even when you couldn't. And now I ask you, can you believe in me again? Can you let go of the bitterness, the guilt, the shame? Can you trust that the God who carried her into glory is the same God who walks with you now? Because I do. I am. The questions you've been too afraid to ask. The people around you might not notice, but she did. And I, the Lord your God, have seen every hidden ache in you. I've counted every tear. None of them were wasted. Every one of them has been gathered by my hand. She asked me to remind you who you are, not what the world says you are, not what your failures try to label you as, but who I say you are. And this is what I speak over you now. You are my beloved. You are not abandoned. You are not too far from grace. You are not forgotten in your pain. I see you, and I know you, and still I choose you. Comment 777 if you believe this is your confirmation from God. Your mother never stopped praying for you, not even after she left this earth. That love didn't end at death, it grew stronger. And now, from my presence, she still watches over you. And her final cry was for me to rescue you from hopelessness. She's seen you struggle in silence. She's seen how hard you try to be strong for everyone else, while inside you've been falling apart. But I am the God who holds you together when you can't hold yourself. The enemy has tried to lie to you, saying you're too far gone, saying you've wasted too much time, saying you missed your moment. But I don't operate by the clock. I am outside of time. I restore what was stolen. I redeem what was broken. I bring back years the locusts have eaten. And I say to you now, child, you have not missed what I've prepared for you. You are still in my hands. You are still part of the promise. Your mother's final message carries weight because it was birthed in tears, carried in love, and spoken from eternity. She sees what you do not yet see. She sees the person you are becoming, the one you don't believe exists yet. But I see it too. I placed it inside you. The dreams, the gifts, the purpose, it's still there. It's been buried under disappointment, under grief, under fear. But I'm digging it out now. I'm breathing on it. I'm bringing it back to life. You've been feeling like no one understands the storm inside of you, like no one truly sees the weight you carry. But I see. I see how tired your spirit is. I see how hard it's been to keep smiling. You carry so much for others, and yet you have so little left for yourself. That's why I brought you here. That's why I'm speaking now. Because you don't have to keep walking through this life empty. Comment 999 if you believe restoration is coming to your home. Your mother saw how life's disappointments chipped away at your faith, how slowly you stopped expecting good things, how you learned to settle for survival instead of victory. But I created you for more than surviving. You were made to walk in power, in joy, in peace that surpasses understanding. The same power that raised my son from the dead lives in you. It hasn't left. You've just forgotten how to listen. But I'm waking it up again. I am not asking you to be strong alone. I'm asking you to lean on me. I'm asking you to let me take the things that are crushing you. Give me your fear. Give me your guilt. Give me your confusion. I already carried it on the cross. I died for it. I rose to defeat it, and now I'm giving you freedom. Not because you earned it, not because you deserve it, but because you are loved. Your mother carried you in her arms when you were too small to walk, and now she's asked me to carry you when your soul feels too tired to keep going. That's what I'm doing. Even now, I'm holding you. Even if you feel numb, even if you feel distant. My grip on you is stronger than your doubt. My grace is deeper than your mistakes. You can run to me. I won't push you away. I never have. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. She asked me to tell you that her greatest joy was loving you, and her greatest peace now is knowing that I have never stopped. She said you might not believe it, that you might doubt whether she still sees you, but she does. And not only does she see you, she is praying for you still, from a place where time no longer binds her, from a place of glory. She is praying not just for your survival, but for your healing, for your breakthrough, for your peace. The peace you've been chasing is not found in fixing everything. It's found in me. I am the Prince of Peace, and I am standing at the door of your heart right now, knocking, not demanding, not forcing, just knocking, waiting for you to let me in again, to open your soul to something deeper, something real. You've tried to fix yourself with distractions, with silence, with pretending you're okay. But now it's time to be honest, to be still, to be loved. The plans I have for you have not changed. They were written before you were born. They were whispered to your mother's heart when she first held you. She knew you were marked by something divine, even when you couldn't see it, even when you forgot it. And now I'm reminding you, it's still true. You are chosen, you are covered, you are mine. You're not reading this by accident. This is the moment heaven has waited for. This is the moment your mother prayed would come. And now that it's here, don't harden your heart. Don't scroll past this. Don't treat this like anything ordinary. I'm here. I'm speaking. I'm ready to move. I've seen what tried to break you. I've seen what wounded you, and I am not afraid of your mess. I specialize in broken places. I bring beauty out of ruin. I bring purpose out of pain. Nothing you've been through will be wasted. Nothing is too damaged for me to use. I work all things together for good for those who love me, and who are called according to my purpose. And you, child, are called. She wasn't asking for temporary relief for you, she was crying out for eternal peace. She knows that what matters most is not the house you live in, the money you earn, or the people you impress. What matters is the condition of your soul. She knows what awaits in eternity. She knows how short this life really is, and her heart broke at the thought of you walking through it without me. That's why she cried so often in prayer. She wanted me to rescue you, not from people, not from problems, but from the weight that has been pulling your spirit down. And now I'm here, answering her prayer. Comment 1010 if you know God has been calling your heart back to Him. There are some things only I can heal. You've tried to make peace with your past, but it still haunts you. You've tried to bury the pain, but it rises up when you least expect it. You've told yourself to move on, to be stronger, to let it go, but it's still there. That's because healing doesn't come from pretending it doesn't hurt. Healing comes when you hand it to me, and that's what your mother hoped you'd do, that you would stop running, stop hiding, stop pushing me away when I'm the only one who can fix what's been shattered. She knew that one day the words you needed would find you, words not from a stranger, but from your father. And I'm speaking them now. I am not disappointed in you. I am not angry with you. I have been waiting for you to come home. You've questioned if I still care. You've wondered if I even hear you anymore. But my child, the reason you're still breathing is because I've been holding your heart this entire time. I've protected you in ways you'll never fully understand. I've sent angels to stand guard around you while you slept. I've whispered comfort in your dreams, and your mother's spirit has rejoiced each time you've taken even the smallest step toward me. She knows what your life could be if you fully surrendered. She knows the calling you've buried, the light you've dimmed, the love you've been afraid to receive. And so she came to me with one final plea. Please, let them know you're still near. And I am, closer than your breath, right here, listening, watching, ready. Comment 1515 if you believe heaven is still moving on your behalf. I have seen what this world has done to you. I've seen the betrayal, the abuse, the rejection, the lies. I've seen how the people you trusted most were the ones who hurt you. But I am not like them. I do not betray. I do not abandon. I do not break promises. My word is eternal. My love is unshakable, and it is covering you right now. Your mother was never trying to make you perfect. She just wanted you to be whole, to be free, to remember who you are. And now she knows that only I can give you that wholeness. That's why she asked me to speak directly to your soul, to break through the noise, to silence the lies, to awaken something that's been buried beneath all the pain. And child, it is awakening. Your spirit is not dead, it's just been sleeping, waiting for the sound of my voice, waiting for the sound of heaven. You've been surrounded by chaos, but inside you there's still a flicker of belief. A small voice whispering, there's more to life than this. That whisper is me. I never left. I never gave up, and I never will. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You've been told to toughen up, to push forward, to never show weakness, but I'm not looking for the strongest version of you. I'm looking for the real you, the one who weeps, the one who breaks, the one who doubts and hopes at the same time. That's the one I died for. That's the one I love. Your mother loved that version of you too. She saw your heart, even when others couldn't. She saw the kindness, the gentleness, the longing to be understood. She carried you not just in her body, but in her soul. And even now, she carries your name in heaven. I gave her that love so she could show you a glimpse of mine. There are things I want to release into your life, but I've been waiting for this moment. Not because I was holding back, but because your heart needed to be ready, and now it is. The door is open. You are standing at the edge of something holy. You can walk away and miss it, or you can step in and be changed forever. Your mother asked me to bring clarity to your confusion. So here it is. I want you, not the cleaned-up version of you, not the one who says all the right things. Just you, broken, tired, doubtful, confused you, because I'm not afraid of your mess. I've already seen it all, and I still call you mine. The miracles you've stopped praying for, I still want to give them to you. The peace you've been afraid to believe in, I'm ready to pour it over your mind. The doors that felt like they slammed shut, I'm about to open new ones, not just to give you a better life, but to show you that I never stopped writing your story. She wanted you to know this one thing above all else. You are not alone. Even when you don't feel her, she's still watching. Even when you can't sense me, I'm still here. Even when your heart is numb, I am still speaking. But I need you to listen closely now. Those voices are not from me. I don't speak shame, I don't speak fear, I don't speak condemnation. I speak life. I speak peace. I speak love. And I am speaking to you now. Your mother's spirit is at peace because she knows who holds your future. She asked me to remind you that even though she is no longer physically near, I, the Lord, have never moved away. I was with her in her final breath, and I am with you now, in this very breath you're taking. She placed you in my hands, and I have held you ever since. Not one day has passed without my eyes on you. Not one moment has gone unseen. Comment 1717 if you believe God has never left your side. I know your heart has grown tired. I know you feel like you've run out of strength to keep hoping. The disappointments have added up. The people you depended on didn't stay. The plans you once made feel like they belong to someone else now, but none of that has disqualified you. None of it has cancelled my calling over your life. What I placed in you cannot be stolen. And what I promised your mother about you is still alive in my hands. She asked me to stir your heart once more, to bring your eyes back to the heavens, to lift your chin from the weight of your regrets. She doesn't want you stuck in what was. She wants you to step into what still can be, because there is more. You haven't seen the best days yet. You haven't touched the fullness of what I planned for you. Your story is not over. I'm still writing. You might feel like you've made too many wrong turns, but I know how to lead people home, no matter how far they've gone. I've done it for countless others. I did it for the prodigal son. I did it for the thief on the cross, and I'll do it for you, not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. I am mercy. I am love. I am redemption. And I am yours. There's something your mother prayed for that you've never even known. She asked me to bless you with peace so deep it would silence every fear. She asked me to give you joy again. The kind of joy that isn't shaken by circumstances. The kind of joy that reaches deep even when things are still uncertain. And I want to give that to you. It's yours if you'll receive it. Comment Amen if your heart is open to receiving peace. She asked me to bring back your wonder, your belief in goodness. You used to trust so easily, but life hardened parts of you, and she saw it. She saw the moment your trust shattered. She saw the day your faith cracked, but she never gave up on you, and I haven't either. I know every scar on your heart, and I know how to heal them all. The healing won't always come how you expect. It won't always be loud or dramatic. Sometimes it comes quietly, a moment of stillness, a breath of relief, a word that finds you at the perfect time. And this moment, right now, is one of them. This is healing. This is me reaching through every wall you've built and saying, "You are still mine." This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. Your mother's prayers didn't stop at her death. They live on in my throne room. They surround you even now. That's why things didn't destroy you like they should have. That's why you're still standing, even after everything. Because grace has kept you. Because heaven has covered you. Because she didn't just carry you in her body, she carried you in prayer. And now I carry you in my love. I am rebuilding what you thought was ruined. I am restoring what you thought was lost. The time you think you wasted, I will redeem it. The joy you thought you'd never feel again, I will return it. I will make all things new. Not just your circumstances, but your heart, your identity, your faith. This is more than comfort. This is a calling. I'm calling you out of hiding, out of shame, out of fear. You don't need to be ready. You just need to be willing. Come to me with your confusion. Come to me with your anger. Come to me with your exhaustion. I can handle all of it. I already carried it to the cross, and I'm not letting it keep you from the future I have prepared. Your mother didn't just ask for a sign. She asked for a breakthrough. She asked me to shake the heavens until you could feel my presence again. That's what I'm doing. You may feel it in your chest right now. That stirring, that warmth, that lump in your throat. That's not emotion. That's me. That's my spirit. That's heaven brushing up against your soul. You don't need to understand everything to take the first step. Just say yes. Say yes to me. Say yes to hope. Say yes to trying again. I'll walk you through the rest. You've been running on empty for too long. You don't have to keep doing it alone. Let me lead. Let me fill you again. Let me remind you of what it means to be fully alive. I am not a distant God who only watches the faithful. I am a present Father who pursues the wounded, the lost, the forgotten, and your mother knew that. That's why she pleaded for me to reach you not with punishment, but with compassion, not with rules, but with my voice. She carried the weight of knowing that you were slowly forgetting how much you were loved. She saw the walls forming around your heart. She watched you shut down parts of yourself to survive, and she brought it all to me. Over and over she asked, "Please, God, don't let them lose their heart. Don't let them lose their purpose. Don't let them forget who they are." And I didn't. I haven't. I won't. Comment 222 if you believe God never stopped protecting your soul. You think this is just another ordinary night, but it isn't. You're standing in a moment that your mother prayed into existence. She didn't just hope you'd get through life. She asked me to anoint your life, to bless you in ways she never had the chance to experience, to use your pain to bring healing to others, to turn your story into a testimony. And I said yes. Even now, she is rejoicing because this moment, this exact one, was the moment she believed would come, the moment when her child would hear from heaven again, the moment her faith would stretch beyond time and speak to you in the present. Because love doesn't die, not when it's rooted in me, not when it's been prayed in faith. It only grows louder, stronger, deeper. She knew you were going to walk through some fire. She knew you'd have to fight battles you never asked for. But she also knew I would walk through the fire with you, that my spirit would not leave your side, that even when your strength gave out, my strength would carry you. You don't need to feel strong to be held. You don't need to feel brave to be covered. Just be honest. That's all I need from you, your honesty, your openness, your surrender. And she said, Lord, if they ever reach the point where they feel numb, where they stop praying, where they stop believing, promise me you'll send your voice one more time. This is that voice. You don't need to run anymore. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to explain to anyone else what you feel right now. I understand even what you can't put into words. The anger, the grief, the guilt, the longing, I hear it all. And I'm not pushing you away. I'm drawing you closer. I'm here with open arms, just like I was the day you took your first breath. You may not realize it, but there's a reason you've made it this far. You've been protected in battles you didn't even know you were in. You were preserved through things that should have broken you. It wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. It was grace. It was me. It was the power of your mother's prayers wrapping around you like armor in the spirit. Comment 333 to declare your faith is still alive. The enemy wanted to see you crushed. He wanted you to believe you'd never rise again. But I didn't let that happen, because I have more for you. Because you are marked with purpose. Because your mother asked me for this moment, and I do not ignore the cries of the faithful. She said, even if they don't see you right now, God, make sure they feel you. So feel me now. Feel me in the quiet. Feel me in your breath. Feel me in the warmth that rises in your chest. That's not emotion, that's me. That's my spirit making a home in you again. That's the sound of chains breaking. That's the beginning of freedom. That's love coming back to life. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. I know it's hard to trust again. I know people have used my name to control, to shame, to wound. But I'm not here to guilt you into change. I'm here to invite you into healing. I don't want something from you, I want something for you. I want you whole. I want you free. I want you to know the same peace your mother walks in now. She sees what you can't yet see what's coming, the future that's forming, the relationships that will be restored, the laughter that will return. The doors I'm preparing to open, she sees it and she's already celebrating. That's why she asked me not to delay this any longer. That's why I'm here now, pouring out what she requested. She knew the exact time would come, that you'd be ready. That you'd finally stop scrolling and start listening, that something inside you would wake up again. And I say to you now, don't ignore what you're feeling. Don't brush this off. This is me. This is real. This is love. You might not know how to start again. That's okay. You don't need to know all the steps. Just take the next one. Just whisper my name. Just tell me the truth. I'm not afraid of it. I already carried the weight, I already bore the sin, I already bled for it all. So come as you are. Let me be your peace. Let me be your strength. Let me walk with you the way she always hoped I would. This is what she would say if she could. My child, I never stopped loving you. I never stopped watching you. I never stopped praying for you. And now, more than anything, I want you to be free. I want you to walk with the God who gave me peace in my last breath. He is here now. Let him carry you. She never stopped believing in that. Even when she was sick, even when she was tired, even when she knew her time on earth was ending, she didn't stop trusting me with you. She gave me her final breath with your name on it. She asked me to never stop chasing after your heart. And I haven't. Not one day, not 1 second. You are still the one I am calling. Comment Amen if your heart is still listening. I see how you've learned to protect yourself. I see how many walls you've built to keep from being hurt again. You've been betrayed, forgotten, misunderstood. So you started hiding the most tender parts of your heart. You stopped dreaming. You stopped hoping. You convinced yourself that it was safer not to feel too deeply. But your mother saw past all of that. And so do I. You are not numb because you stopped caring. You are numb because you cared so much for so long with no one to catch you when you collapsed. But I have always been there, catching every tear, even the ones you were too ashamed to cry. The strength you've shown just to survive has not gone unnoticed. But I don't want you to just survive anymore. I want you to live again. There is still joy ahead. There are still good days waiting to be lived. There is laughter coming that will feel like sunlight on your soul. There are moments coming where you will breathe without anxiety, walk without fear, sleep without heaviness. And it's not a fantasy. It's not something unreachable. It's real. It's mine. And I'm offering it to you. She asked me to show you what she now sees. She said, Lord, let them feel what I now know, that you are enough, that you are near, that you are still writing beauty in their life, even when they cannot see it. Comment 1111 if you believe beauty is still being written in your story. You don't have to carry the weight of trying to make everyone proud. You've been trying so hard to prove your worth to others, maybe even to yourself. But hear me, I was proud of you before you did anything. I created you with intention, with value, with destiny. You are not loved because of what you've done. You are loved because of who you are and whose you are. There is grace for everything you regret. Grace for the choices you wish you could undo. Grace for the moments you lost your way. I am not here to remind you of your failures. I am here to remind you of your redemption. What others threw away, I treasure. What others walked away from, I still pursue. And what you think is too broken, I will use. Your mother trusted me with your future because she saw my goodness. She saw it in the small blessings, in the peace that came even in suffering, in the way I held her through the end. She didn't lose her battle, she finished her race. And now she watches from a place of perfect love, praying that you too will run toward me. This moment is not an accident. It's a response to a prayer she prayed that reached the throne of heaven. And now I'm reaching out to you because love always finishes what it starts. I began something in you long before the world tried to shake it loose. I planted a fire in your soul, and though it may feel like only embers remain, I will breathe on it again. There is a new beginning ahead, a season where what was lost will be restored, where what was dead will come back to life, where what was silent will sing again. I will not let you walk alone into this next chapter. I will go before you. I will guard behind you. I will walk beside you. Because I am not just your God, I am your Father. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily, and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've been waiting for a sign, wondering if I still see you, wondering if the heavens are still listening. This is that sign. This is the moment she asked me to give you. Don't miss it. Don't walk away from the voice that's been calling your name since the beginning. You are known, you are seen, and you are still chosen. Your mother didn't ask me to take away your struggles. She knew that life would test you, but she asked me to never let go of your hand, to always remind you that she loved you beyond the grave, that her voice would still rise through heaven's gates until you remembered who you are. And I honored that prayer. I'm not giving up on you, even if you've given up on yourself. Even if you feel lost, I am the shepherd who finds. Even if you feel too far gone, I am the Redeemer who restores. Even if you feel too broken, I am the potter who reshapes. And even when no one else has the words to speak to your pain, I do. So listen to me now. Come back, not to religion, not to pressure, but to relationship. Come back to the one who created you, who shaped you in the secret place, who knew your name before your mother ever whispered it. Come back to the place where your heart first knew what love felt like. Come home to me. You've carried so much for so long, but now it's time to rest. Not to give up, but to give in to my love, to my peace, to my healing. Let go of the idea that you have to do it all. You never did. You never will. That's why I'm here. That's why she prayed. That's why you're hearing this now. She knew that her prayers would continue long after her voice was quiet on earth. She knew that my spirit would carry her love and her faith across time and space. And now, here you are, hearing what she desperately wanted you to hear. She didn't want you to live your whole life wondering if she saw your pain, wondering if she still thinks about you, wondering if God hears your cry. She wanted you to know, without doubt, yes, she sees. Yes, I hear. Yes, I am near. Comment, Amen, if you feel the presence of God surrounding you now. The grief you've buried, the ache you've numbed, the tears you've held back when no one was around, none of it has been overlooked. I have seen every moment. I have felt every ache. I have been beside you through all of it. Not standing at a distance, but sitting in the silence with you, weeping when you weep, holding you when you didn't know how to ask. And your mother, she was never far. Her soul has been watching, hoping, pleading, and now rejoicing, because this is your moment, the one she believed would come, the one she trusted me for. Not just a moment to feel comfort, but a moment to step into destiny, to stop surviving and start living, to stop doubting and start trusting again. Because I am still the same God she called on when she was afraid. I am the same God she thanked every time she saw you smile. And I am the same God who held her in her final breath and who now holds you. You have no idea how many times her prayers stopped things from reaching you, things that would have crushed you, attacks you never saw, temptations that passed without touching you, accidents that never happened. Doors that never opened because she was on her knees saying, God, protect my child, even if they don't understand it now. And I did, because I honor the prayers of the faithful, and she was faithful. Comment, 777, if you know her prayers are still working in your life. You've thought about giving up more than once. You've wondered if the fight is even worth it anymore, if the pain is ever going to stop. If anything good is ever going to come from the pieces you've been left holding. And here is my answer, yes. Not because you're strong enough, but because I am. Because I make beauty from ashes. Because I breathe on dry bones and make them rise. Because I bring life where there was once only death. Your mother knew what it meant to trust me even when she didn't understand. She didn't live a perfect life, but she lived a faithful one. And even in her weakest moments, she clung to me. Not because she was never afraid, but because she knew that I was bigger than the fear, that I was greater than the pain, that I would never let her cry out to me in vain. And she trusted me with the most precious thing she ever had, you. That's why this moment matters so much. That's why it's sacred. You're not here by mistake. You didn't just stumble on these words. Heaven planned this moment. Her voice reached me, and now my voice is reaching you. You may have felt distant from me, but I've never stopped pursuing you. You may have walked away, but I've never stopped calling you back. You may have forgotten what my presence feels like, but I'm still here. I never left.